All right, today we're here with ChaCha, and this is her roadmap to success. So what we did today is primarily want to work on her gaining some self-control and being less reactive to the door. Now, a lot of times when dogs are more reactive to the door, they can come from a place of insecurity. So one of the exercises that we wanted to work on was the focus exercise. So remember, that's when you put some treats in your hands and you wait for her to look up to you and make eye contact with you. When she makes eye contact, give her a treat and say the word focus. She's like, I'm making eye contact with you right now. Focus. Okay, so the next thing that I want you to work on the focus exercise. I think she thinks she's going to do the sit pretty by using me as a little brace. We're not going to do the brace. No, Cha-cha, down. Good girl. Another thing that I want to go over with the guardians is to make sure that they're working on the leadership exercise. That is going to help them reinforce for her that she can be nice and comfortable and that they have the leadership of the house and she can just be a relaxed, happy dog. That will help her start to realize that the door is something that they are going to work on and they get to decide who is coming in the door and who is not going to come through the door. That is no longer her choice. Down. Good girl. Okay, so the leadership exercise, I want you to work on that once a day. Both guardians work on this once a day over the next 2 weeks. Remember, this is just reinforcing for her that you do want the leadership position and you're showing this over and over to her. It wouldn't hurt to do this over the next couple of months, at least once a week, just to keep that as a nice reinforcement for her. And as you work on the leadership exercise, she will get better and better at it. The other thing that we worked on was the claiming the door exercise, and remember that is similar to the leadership exercise where we set an invisible boundary and we just teach her to stay behind it. Initially, she's going to bark when she's behind the boundary, but over time, as you're consistent and you follow through by every time she starts to bark when someone's at the door and you move her behind that boundary, she will stop barking at the door. That will just take time and that'll naturally go away on its own. The other thing you can do to help her condition to the doorbell or help her get over her reactivity to that is to start teaching her how to catch treats. So you can use popcorn and kind of toss things to her and help her learn how to play catch. That will make that experience more fun for her. So instead of just sitting there and being kind of passive and having all self-control, she can do a fun little game where she's jumping here, she's jumping there, and she has something to focus on. I want you to remember, as she's doing this, she's doing a lot of attention demanding. But if I disagree with her, she'll start barking because it makes her a little more nervous. What I want you to do for the guardians, if she's doing that, is to either ignore her or to disagree with her. Don't pet her when she's doing that type of attention demanding because that will only reinforce for her. Sit pretty. Good girl. And that'll only reinforce for her that this is acceptable behavior. Down. Down. The last comment that I want to make about the claiming the door exercise is to encourage the kids to play along. So when they come home, have them text you right before they get home and have them go to the front door and knock on the door. That'll bring an element of surprise for her because she won't know that it's the kids that are home, and that will allow you to have a lot of repetitions and practice working on the claiming of the door and allowing her to build up the kind of new rule to stay behind it and stay on the carpet instead of going over onto the tile. I want to remind you that everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.